My name is Jilyana. I am the Senior Program Director at the Southtowns YMCA, and I'm here to talk to you this week about balanced eating. If you were with me last week, we had talked about setting up SMART goals and how we can reach our long-term goals by setting smaller step goals along the way. If you were with me and wrote down some SMART goals and were able to complete them by this week, or you're still making sure that you're getting to your set date of your goal, please keep going and continue to achieve what you had set for yourself. And then once you reach that SMART goal, it's time to set another one. So if you have any questions about that, you can go to last week's video or feel free to leave comments on this video about that. So switching gears a little bit today and talking about balanced eating. So we are going to step through a MyPlate example. MyPlate is a guideline given to us by the USDA and how we can get the most out of what we're eating every meal. So I have drawn my version of a MyPlate on my board here. So let's take a second and walk through the different components of the MyPlate. So we have our fruits, our vegetables, grains, protein, and dairy. And then you can see that they are different sizes. So the goal with your plate for your meals should be that fruits and vegetables should make up about half of your plate. Grains are going to be 50%, protein is going to be 50% on the opposite side, and then dairy up top. Now you can substitute dairy for any type of dairy that you utilize. If you do plant-based dairy, that is also fine for your preference. We're going to talk about dairy generally, but you can insert anything that you use for your dairy there, okay? So I've also included some goals per day. These are ranges based on total amounts of calories. Everybody is on a different plan. So there's not a one-size-fits-all plan for healthy eating. You want to take the time to figure out what works best for you in the total amount of calories that you consume per day. So these are general ranges that I kind of took from a low-level amount of calories per day to a higher recommendation. And what that means is that we typically eat between 1,600 calories and 2,200 calories per day. Females are typically closer to that 1,600, 1,800, 2,000, whereas males are usually 1,800, 2,000 to 2,200 per day. So these are ranges within those two options. So fruits, we want to get about 1 to 2 cups a day, vegetables 2 to 3 cups, grains 5 to 7 ounces, proteins 5 to 7 ounces, and dairy about 3 cups. So there are a lot of ways that you can get to these recommendations with your meals. How you get there in an easier way, instead of worrying about jam-packing certain meals with all of these foods, is to really think about every time that you eat, you're getting close to this MyPlate. Breakfast, we're usually pretty good about. Lunch, we're usually pretty good about getting in multiple foods. Dinner, definitely good with variety. Where I seem to struggle with a lot of my clients and a lot of people that I talk to with their eating program are snacks. Especially now that our schedules are a little bit different, we might be snacking more often than usual because we're home. We have access to our food. So where we can really make a difference in our daily plan is hitting our snacks with more variety and better choices to hit our food groups. So I've given one example here. Now this is not breaking down a total amount of carbs, proteins, fats, sugars, anything. This example is just to take a step through getting the different components of your MyPlate. This is a rather healthy option, so this is not a bad option, and the serving sizes are correct. So you can use this as an example and go with these serving sizes. You can also go, more or less with certain things if it's your preference, because for this example alone, we're not talking about the total counts for our carbs, proteins, fats, calories. So just think of this example in the context of getting our different food groups. Cool? So let's take a look at a snack. So our snack that I've chosen for an example is a fruit and yogurt parfait with 1 cup of yogurt. Again, insert any type of yogurt, Greek yogurt, regular, low-fat, non-fat, your plant-based. That's yours to choose. Then I went with a 1/4 cup of strawberries, 1/4 cup of blueberry, half a banana, 1/4 cup of plain granola, and a 1/4 cup of sliced almonds. So we hit dairy, fruit, grain, protein. Now I did give a little disclaimer at the bottom. We missed our vegetable. I just said try to get the whole MyPlate, right? So sometimes it's just not going to happen. That's okay. So in this particular example of this snack, we did miss our vegetable. Now what you could do is have your yogurt parfait and also have some raw veggies that are sliced up. Have any type of veggie that you want. Or if you follow a 3-meal and 2 snack a day plan, just make your second snack of the day more vegetable based, increase your veggies there. Or with your breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you can add more vegetables into those meals to make up for it. As long as you're hitting your daily goals, that's okay. It doesn't necessarily matter how you get there. If we miss one food group from one snack, that's all right. We can make it up later. Okay? So again, this is talking about getting the majority of our food groups into each and every meal, mostly looking at our snacks. We want to really try to avoid having just an apple for a snack. While an apple is a great choice, you want to pair your apple with a good amount of peanut butter, with pretzels, with some cheese, or any type of dairy that you like. So thinking about not eating a singular food unless that singular food packs multiple food groups in that one food. But usually we want to think about adding more than one thing. If you wanted to get some more resources, you can go to choosemyplate.gov. There's going to be a lot of options to input your own personal information. So you can add your gender, your height, your weight, your activity level, and then it will help guide you with the amount of calories per day that is recommended for you. And then it will also give you tips to break down the goals per day of your food groups of how much you should eat to reach your calorie goal. So that is more specific to everyone. My calorie count is going to be different than your calorie count. Week to week, it might change based on how active, how inactive you are. So talking about calories in general is pretty challenging because we're all different. But taking these ranges and thinking about your MyPlate and getting the most food groups that you can in each meal is really going to set you up for success for reaching your health and wellness goals. So I hope that you enjoyed our walk through MyPlate. Next week, we're going to talk about breaking down our carbohydrates, our proteins, and our fats. So join me next week to dive a little bit deeper into our macronutrients, and that will help put this a little bit more in context for you as well. I hope to see you next week. Let me know if there are any questions on the comments below, and thank you for watching. Bye.